Today, let's read an old favorite from Mimi's bookshelf, Peter Cottontail and Reddy Fox. Peter Cottontail had made himself very comfortable. He was sitting in a shadowy part of the green forest under a great fern. It was growing beside a small pool in the Laughing Brook. Peter Cottontail loved to sit there. He loved to listen to the gurgling and merry chatter of the Laughing Brook. He listened to Hermit the Thrush singing his love song to Mrs. Hermit. Mrs. Hermit was sitting on the nest that Peter never had been able to find. He heard the long, booming, rolling noise that Mr. Grouse was making. He was flapping his wings somewhere in the distance. Peter Cottontail looked down in the water and saw the speckled trout lying quietly near the bottom. He watched the speckled trout dart up and catch a fly on the top of the water. Yes, it was very pleasant in this snug place under the big fern. "Oh," cried Peter under his breath. "Had you been right beside him, you could not have heard him." Reddy Fox had suddenly stepped out on the bank a little way down the Laughing Brook. "I hope he doesn't come this way," thought Peter. For a moment or two, Reddy Fox stood still, as if he could not make up his mind which way to go. Then Peter sighed softly. Reddy had turned and was coming straight toward the big fern. Whether he wanted to or not, Peter must take to his long heels and run as fast as he could. Peter tried to steal away before Reddy could see him, but Reddy saw Peter the instant he came out from under the big fern. Away went Peter, lipperty, lipperty, lip. Around a turn out of Reddy's sight, Peter started to cross the Laughing Brook by jumping from stone to stone where the water was shallow. Peter was not fond of water. He did not like to get his feet wet. But just then he missed a stone and landed with a splash right in the middle of the Laughing Brook. His wet feet reminded him that water washes away all smells. If he could get out of Reddy's sight, he might hide where Reddy would not be able to find him. Splashity, splashity, splash, splash. Peter ran in the shallow water close to the bank. Just ahead, the bank turned sharply. Soon he would be out of Reddy's sight. Peter Cottontail had been running fast, but you should have seen him run then. Splashity, 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 splash. Out in the middle of the Laughing Brook, there was a big flat rock. From this rock, Peter could jump to another rock and then to another bank. Peter made a long, beautiful jump. He landed on the big flat rock, but his feet were wet and he had jumped too hard. His long heels flew out from under him and he slid across the rock on his back. Splash! Peter went over the edge and into a big pool. He went right down to the bottom. Then he came up to the top and popped his head out of the water, choking and spluttering. Water had gone up his nose, and he had swallowed a lot too. He tried to scramble out on the big rock, but it was too slippery. He turned to swim for the bank. Just then, Reddy Fox came in sight. Peter stopped swimming. He put his long hind feet down as far as he could. They just touched the bottom of the Laughing Brook. He was standing on the tips of his toes. His ears were back, and only his eyes and his wobbly little nose were above water. Reddy Fox came along the bank, looking and looking and looking. He looked down the Laughing Brook. He looked up the Laughing Brook. He looked across the Laughing Brook, but he did not see Peter. Brrr! That water was cold. Peter shivered. Brrr! Would Reddy Fox never move on? After a while, Reddy began sniffing about with his keen nose, trying to find Peter. He crossed the Laughing Brook and sniffed about on the other bank. He came to the edge of the water and looked straight at Peter's wobbly little nose without seeing him. At last, he disappeared down the Laughing Brook, still sniffing and sniffing. Peter swam ashore. He shook and shook himself. Then he got warm by running as fast as he could. Lipperty, lipperty, lip. He came to a patch of soft green moss on which jolly, round Mr. Sun was shining his brightest. It made a lovely bed. Peter stretched out on it. How soft and warm it was. Peter sighed. It was a long sigh of complete comfort and content. My, but that was a chilly bath, muttered Peter drowsily, just before he fell asleep. The end. Thanks for reading with me today.